Buti Manamela, the SACP Young Communist League. This guy has been a minister for a long time. But so this story, the reason it caught headlines is because it's his wife this time. Varke Vuyo, you will see her here. Let me give you a bit of background, but all I want you to do is you could just keep pausing and then reading if you don't want to go through the entire thing. Just pause and read and then continue. But in short, in February 2020, what happened was she was coming back from a night of pleasure with her husband. They were drunk. These are all alleged based on the stories that I've read all over. She got drunk and she was visibly drunk, and they hooted at the door, at the gate. She was expecting the guard, and unfortunately our police sergeants are used as guards in such instances. So she was expecting that private close protector, who's a cop, Sergeant Lizzie Mujapelu, to open, but she didn't open, and she got out and she started dancing. And when she started dancing, and I think it was clear I don't think they liked each other much, and she started banging on the guardhouse door to say, "Please open, I want to come in." That lady said, "Sorry, can I help you?" Lizzie claims she didn't see her. That's what I read. She claims she didn't see who she was, and then afterwards she came out because it was load shedding. She still could not see. She wanted Miss Manamela to explain why she wants, how can she be helped. She didn't. She flipped. She didn't take it kindly. And after the altercation, as you will read here, she punched her, and she was even blaming Buti Manamela to say, "How can you let this woman disrespect me in my house?" And because the other woman believed she was drunk and she was holding vodka bottles in her hands while she was dancing in the AMs, by the way. So, to cut the long story short, afterwards, the final details you'll read in. I'm not good in gossip. So, the matter at hand now is because this issue was not resolved by subs, NPA and stuff, AfriForum says she approached them for private prosecution. I don't know, I might be calling it incorrectly, but they went to court since 2020, and it's almost all those years. Now, today, she just got acquitted. She was found not guilty, and so Lizzie Manamela says she's not. No, Lizzie Mujapelu says the alleged the victim says she's not going to go ahead. As far as she's concerned, at least he has gotten. Manamela has gotten what she deserved, because it's not the first time she has also assaulting anyone, because she believes from here it's not going to happen again. She won't do it again to anyone. We always at pains whenever something like this happens, for various reasons. Two African women fighting, they have to find solution in courts, and of course the AfriForum, a white lobby group, only persecuting white African victims. They came in to assist another black lady because she wasn't helped by the others. Whether it happened or not, there's no footage. But this is the interesting thing about what the court said is, number one, the medical information that she submitted, because she said she was pregnant, the medical information she submitted said did not give any substance, because a lot of those things felt made up. This is with the statement, of course, coming from the ANC in Gauteng. It didn't add up. It was almost like it was cooked, and the witness testimony in court was inconsistent in manner of things. I didn't read the full judgment. It didn't go deeper into that, but it was just inconsistent. That's what the judge said. And what is interesting here is there was a bribe of 1 million. I don't even know if I should call it a bribe, but because I mean, Manamela's Manamela ke mopedi, Mojapelo ke mopedi. Ka Saragishou, we've got what we call go amogela molato. I know in other languages and other tribes they do have. Whenever you have wronged someone, you go there and you say, you there and say, we apologize and we regret what had happened, and as a token of our forgiveness, this is what we're doing. And sometimes to be a cow, a goat, or what, or a mediator in tribal instances would be Indona, Khoshi, or someone who then mediate would say they are asking for forgiveness, and then this is a token of their. I suppose I'm just supposing it could have been one of those, but the ANC statement does state that 1 million was solicited from the Manamelas, and it's one of the reasons that they did not follow up with the cases, and that's why this thing fell flat on the face. And the ANC statement by Lesego Makhubela, who's the chief whip of the ANC in the Gauteng legislature, where Manamela works as the deputy speaker. So the ANC in the province lambast this kind of thing because they say, number one, it's politicking using African women in terms of GBV, because it's a scourge that we jointly need to fight for. And if someone parades this, it's only, number one, it's diminishing the state resources in terms of fighting other things that are legitimate, they say. And number two, the issue at hand is aspersions of doubts are going to be cast whenever someone comes forward with such things. So it's a you say it's a big victory if you are ANC. If we are neutral, you say, couldn't they have solved it without getting here? If you are a gender activist, I don't know what you should say, because whether it happened or didn't happen, the problem is there are going to be more doubts whenever a woman stands up and does something. And the conduct, if you read the story, the conduct just tells you that the relationship was not good between, I don't want to say employer, because the sergeant she works at SAP, she has got 6 years, and it's one of the things the judge said, with the experience, she shouldn't have, the statement shouldn't have been like that, and the misrepresentation in terms of blah, blah, blah. It looked like she deliberately misinformed or misrepresented certain facts, and this is why the judge found one of the reasons why it wasn't nice. But all I'm saying is, it just shows you that the relationship between these two people was not nice. And sometimes maybe when such happens, maybe people must just, in a friendly way without anyone losing their job, maybe just separate. Because, I mean, you could understand a car comes to the gate, they would requesting to come in, and that other one doesn't. And because the accusation, they initially when the story broke a few years ago, it was she was sleeping on the job, you understand, and because it was in the wee hours of the morning, the initial allegation was she was sleeping on the job. But being that as it may, I don't want to opine further. Please just tell us what do you think about the story and where do you stand, especially because people are accusing that this is politicking because it's in the political year, but of which doesn't sound because it's a February 2020 story. But as it is, thank you very much. Let's just see how others will opine on it.